On the education beat tonight, some changes are coming to the Flower Bluff ISD. After months of meetings and hearings and planning sessions, the school board has formally approved the idea of becoming a district of innovation. Our Madeline Dart here now to explain what that means. Maddie.
Joe, the planning began back in April when the initial plan was presented to the board. Then in October, they notified the Texas Education Agency that they too would plan on becoming a district of innovation. According to the plan, class size for kindergarten through 4th grade will stay at or below a 23-to-1 student-teacher ratio. The plan also changes when school starts in August. District officials hoping that an earlier start date will allow college and career readiness along with development days for teachers.
Having those days where we can have those professional development days during the school year, a few during the school year, it helps our teachers tremendously. And then it also gives our kids a break.
The district says they're hoping to get to work on the 2020-2021 calendar so it can be approved before the current school year ends. For a link to the full details on the plan, you can head over to KIIITV.com. Leslie.
All right, Maddie, thank you.